Okay, hello students! I'm back. Today we've got science. Again, I'm teacher Sarah. I'm gonna be your teacher for today. Today we're gonna be talking about... Okay, first, let's describe these pictures. So, here on the left, we've got mushroom, flower, zebra, tree, dragonfly, fish, frog, bird, and crocodile. On the right, we have a teddy bear, a ball, a doll, chair, cloud, and skateboard. So what do you think is our topic for today? I'm gonna give you a few minutes to think and guess what is our topic for today. Okay, so what do you think is our topic for today? That's right, we have two topics, two in one. We have living things and non-living things. We have living things and non-living things. So last time we already talked about this. We talked about the characteristics of living things and also the characteristics and types of non-living things. So again, for living things, we have mushroom, flower, zebra, fish, dragonfly, tree, frog, bird, and crocodile. These things can move, can grow, can reproduce, can remove waste, can respond to stimuli, need food and drink water, and they can grow. For non-living things, the word is cannot. So they cannot grow, they cannot move, they cannot eat, they cannot respond to stimuli, remove waste, reproduce, or grow. So again, non-living things we have here, teddy bear, a ball, a doll, a chair, and cloud and skateboard. For non-living things, again, we have two types. We have natural and man-made. For example, again, we have cloud for natural and chair for man-made. So again, natural is the things that comes from nature and man-made things that comes from people. Means people made them. So today we're going to be talking about the characteristics of living things and non-living things. So first let's watch the video. Enjoy and watch and listen carefully.
Huh? Ah. Aha. Huh? Ah. Huh? Ah. Huh? Oh. Jack Carson! Kids Music Channel!
Living things grow. Living things have cells. Living things need air. Living things need nutrients. Living things need water. Living things reproduce. Now I'll say some living things. You show me how they go. A cheetah is a living thing. Show me how it goes. Run, run, run fast. A cheetah is a living thing. A flower is a living thing. Show me how it goes. Grow, grow, grow strong. A flower is a living thing. An eagle is a living thing. Show me how it goes. fly so high. An eagle is a living thing. Living things grow. Living things have cells. Living things need air. Living things need nutrients. Living things need water. Living things reproduce. Now I'll say some living things. You show me how they go. A turtle is a living thing. Show me how it goes. Paddle, 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 glide. A turtle is a living thing. A frog is a living thing. Show me how it goes. Hop, hop, hop up. A frog is a living thing. A snake is a living thing. Show me how it goes. Slither, slither, slither smooth. A snake is a living thing. Living things grow. Living things have cells. Living things need air. Living things need nutrients. Living things need water. Living things reproduce. Now look all around each day and see the living things.
Jack Cartman! Kids Music Channel!
Girls and boys, everything you see each day is a living or non-living thing. Now use your brain and figure out, what are non-living things? Non-living things, like cars and books and boats and swings. Non-living things, non-living things. This is what makes something a non-living thing. Non-living things don't have cells. Non-living things don't grow. Non-living things don't reproduce. Non-living things don't breathe or need water. Now you think and say some non-living things. Non-living things, like cars and books and boats and swings. Non-living things, non-living things. This is what makes something a non-living thing.
Okay, so what are the characteristics of living things and non-living things? Okay, again, for living things, our keyword is can. Can, it means we are able to do it, or living things are able to do it. It means they can do it. For example, they can grow. Living things can grow. Living things can move. Living things can move. Living things can reproduce. Living things can reproduce. Living things can breathe. Living things can breathe. Living things can respond to stimuli. Living things can respond to stimuli. Living things need food and water. Need food and water. Living things can remove waste. Again, living things can remove waste. Again, can grow, it means it can grow bigger. Living things can grow bigger, like animals, plants, and human. Living things can move. So living things can move, it means they can walk, they can run, they can fly, and do anything. Can reproduce, it means they can have baby, they can have family. Living things can breathe air. So living things can breathe Air. Living things can respond to stimuli, means it's hot or it's cold. Another one is living things need food to eat food and drink water. So the last one is living things can remove waste. Can remove waste. It means it removes excess or bad things in our body. So living things can remove waste. When we eat too much or we ate something bad, it can remove it as waste. So again, our keywords for living things is can. Again, we have living things can grow, living things can move, living things can reproduce, living things can breathe, living things can respond to stimuli, living things need food and water, living things can remove waste. So, what are the characteristics of non-living things? So the characteristics of non-living things, again for our keyword, we have cannot. Cannot. So, characteristics of non-living things like phones, books, cloud, socks, and a bag, and a camera. Non-living things cannot move. Non-living things cannot grow. Non-living things cannot reproduce or have babies. They cannot have babies. Non-living things cannot remove waste. Non-living things don't need to eat, don't need to drink water. Non-living things cannot respond to stimuli. They cannot feel cold, they cannot feel hot. Again, non-living things cannot move, they cannot run, they cannot fly, they cannot walk. Non-living things cannot grow, they cannot grow bigger or taller. Cannot reproduce, they cannot have babies. It means they cannot multiply, they cannot have more unless you buy more, like books. Books cannot reproduce. They cannot have babies, but you can buy more books. Living things cannot remove waste. So when non-living things, they do not eat, so they do not need to remove waste. So non-living things don't need to eat or drink water because they cannot grow, they cannot move, they do not need energy, so they don't need to eat or drink water. Non-living things cannot respond to stimuli. They cannot feel hot, they cannot feel cold. So again, we have the characteristics of non-living things. We have cannot move, cannot grow, cannot reproduce, cannot remove waste, don't need to eat food or drink water, cannot respond to stimuli. Again, for non-living things, our keyword is cannot. So for this one, describe and answer the following pictures. Is it living thing or non-living thing? Okay, apple. Living thing or non-living thing? That's right, it is a non-living thing that is also natural. It is a natural non-living thing. Living thing or non-living thing? It's an elephant statue. Can it move? Can it grow? Can it respond to stimuli? Living thing or non-living thing? That's right, it is a non-living thing. Next, a clock. Is it living thing or non-living thing? That's right, a clock is a non-living thing. It is a man-made, non-living thing. An elephant. Can it move? Can it grow? Can it reproduce? Living thing or non-living thing? That's right. An elephant is a living thing. So it can grow, it can move, and it can reproduce. Socks, things that we use for our feet when we wear shoes. Is it living thing or non-living thing? That's right, it's a non-living thing. Next, a tiffin carrier. A tiffin carrier is where you contain or put food inside so you can bring it to work, to school. So it's a tiffin carrier that is also a food carrier. So you put food inside, it can contain food. So is it a living thing or non-living thing? That's right, it is a non-living thing. Next, a belt. A belt is the thing that we use to keep our pants up. So is it living thing or non-living thing? That's right, it is non-living thing. A bird. Living thing or non-living thing? That's right, it is a living thing. A stereo. It is the thing that we use to listen to music. It's for listening to music. So is it living thing or non-living thing? That's right, it is a non-living thing. A monkey. Living thing or non-living thing? That's right, it is a living thing. It can reproduce, it can grow, and it can move. A pencil, a thing that we use for writing or we use in the classroom. A pencil. Living thing or non-living thing? That's right, it is a non-living thing. Living thing or non-living thing? There's a cow with a baby. Living thing or non-living thing? That's right, it is a living thing because again, it can reproduce, it can have babies. How about a cap? Is it living or non-living thing? A cap is the thing that you put on our head when it's too hot to protect our face. Is it living or non-living thing? That's right, it is a non-living thing. Next, which living thing can fly? Dog or bird? Which living thing can fly? That's right, a bird can fly. Which picture is a non-living thing used for writing? Elephant statue, pencil, or apple? That's right, a pencil. A pencil is a thing that we use to write. Which living thing is big and strong? Elephant or monkey? That's right. Elephants are big and strong. Which non-living thing can contain food? Contain food, it means we can put food inside. A. Tiffin carrier or B. Stereo. That's right. A tiffin carrier can contain food or we can put food inside. Which non-living thing can we find in the kitchen? A kitchen is where you can cook and make food. TV or fridge? That's right. Fridge is where we store our food, so we can find it in the kitchen. Which non-living things is used for listening to music? Stereo or books? That's right. Stereo is what we use to listen to music. So for this one, in your workbook, page 20 and 21, here you can find all of these pictures. You can color them if you want. Here you write the numbers of the non-living thing. Again, you can write the numbers of the non-living things only. Write the numbers. For example, clock, number 1. You write number 1 here. Tiffin carrier, number 4. You write number 4 here. What else? What else are non-living things? You write here in the apples. So number 2, why do you think those things are non-living things? So what are the characteristics of non-living things? So again, for non-living things, the word is cannot. Cannot. So here you just have to tick. Number 3, write the numbers of the living things in the pictures. So what are the living things? For example, we have number 2, bird, number 3, monkey, and number 6, elephant. So we have 2, 3, and 6. Number 4, why do you think those things are living things? So what are the characteristics of living things? Okay, we have can move and can reproduce. Which picture is the non-living thing that is used to contain food? You can write the name here. Which picture is the non-living thing that can be listened to? You can write the name here. Which picture is the non-living thing used for writing? Again, you can write the name here. Next, look at the pictures. Take the correct answers from the question. Which of the following things need food? Which one needs food? Tick. Which of the following needs water? Which of the following can move by itself? Again, this is on page 25 and 26 of your workbook. Which of the following can grow? Which of the following can eat, move, and grow? Which of the following can reproduce? Okay, here, look at the picture, then answer the questions. You have to look at these pictures. We have a pot, we have a balloon, bed, flower, television or TV, teddy bear, a parrot, textbook, and a train. Which picture shows a non-living thing found in the kitchen? You write the name here, pot. Which picture shows a non-living thing found in the living room? TV, you can write TV here. Which picture shows a non-living thing found in the classroom? Write the name here, textbook. Okay, for this one, this could be your assignment. Compare the differences between the characteristics of living things and non-living things by writing the letters in front of the sentence. Okay, again, you can just write the letters. Number 1, characteristics of living things can move. A. B. Cannot consume food or water. Characteristics of non-living things. So you just have to write the letter here for living things. Again, the keyword for living things is can. All the words with can. Okay, for non-living things, all the words with cannot. You write here. So for this one, look at the pictures and tick whether it is living things or non-living things. Write down the name of the thing. So here we have a cap. Is it living or non-living? It is non-living, and then you write C-A-P, cap. Here, which of the following statement is true about not living and non-living things? So here, living things can move, remove waste, and respond to stimuli. Check. Non-living things cannot move. Check or tick. Tick 4.3 and 4.5. Here you have to draw and color pictures of living thing and non-living thing found in your region. An animal, you have to draw an animal and its surroundings. Write down the names and identify if it's a living thing or non-living thing. So for example, we have an elephant. You can draw an elephant here. Living thing because it can move, eat, remove waste. You can write it here. Here, non-living thing, you can draw shoes, dress, because it cannot move, eat, or reproduce. You can write these words here and tick this one.
Okay, so
And the
for
name
this
of your
one,
thing.
write
For
your
example,
name.
a
Don't forget
bag.
to write your name again.
Draw a bag and
For this
color.
one, you have to find the living and non-living things. So you have to look at the picture, find all the living things, and find all the non-living things. So for example, we have a dog. So you just have to write dog here in the blank. D-O-G, dog. It is a living thing. So for non-living thing, we have cloud. So you just have to write cloud, C-L-O-U-D, cloud. So for the next one, here you have to cut the pictures out and put them in the right column, or you can just draw them. If you can cut them, you have to ask your mom or your dad to cut it for you and paste it in the living thing column or the non-living thing column. So again, these are living things and non-living things. So you look at the pictures here, which ones are living things and non-living things. Living things, living thing, non-living thing, non-living thing. Again, a tree is a living thing, so you can just write a tree or draw a tree here. Non-living thing is a teddy bear. You can draw a teddy bear here, or you can paste them here. For our worksheets, again, for this one, you have to find all the living things and non-living things in this picture, and you write them here in the blanks. Here, you have to cut or just draw them in color, all the living things and non-living things that you can see in these pictures. Okay, very good. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. You can watch the video again and practice more. See you next time.